So you may wonder why I chose to smoke cannabis, because it is a choice. Is it addictive? Well, it's habit forming. Um, you want to feel comfortable, you want to feel relaxed, and some people just don't feel relaxed without it. Um, I was smoking cannabis very rarely. I tried it at age 13, and then I might have smoked a joint here and there at a field party, a little couple puffs, and then, yeehaw. But I wasn't a smoker. I was an athlete, and I loved to run, and I was in air cadets, and I did a lot of outdoor activities that required me to breathe. I remember this one time I smoked a joint before a soccer game, and I'll never, ever, ever do that again. I was so tired. I was one of the players that was able to run the whole game, a whole hour and a half, and I could run up the field on both sides, so they put me in midfielder so I could run the whole field. And you know what? For an hour and a half after smoking a joint, I was pooped. I didn't want to go anywhere. So yeah, I was pretty good about knowing what my limits were. So that's all you gotta know, is the limits. However, at 21, I woke up one day and I couldn't walk. My legs were not working, and it was a lot of pain that I was going through. And for 2 decades, I didn't know what was going on. But by the age of, and you know what, I'm open about my age. Sometimes. But here we are. At age 45, from age 21, I ended up getting a medication that worked. And I'm so grateful for it. And every month or every 4 weeks it comes. And it's called Simponi. Why do I use this? Because I have something called Ankylosing Spondylitis. And I saw a few videos. I was trying to look up stuff and everything, and there's not much out there. And I hear sometimes you guys are grateful for more information. So here I am giving you what I know, as I'm well experienced with it. So not only do I have ankylosing spondylitis, but I was diagnosed with osteoporosis, osteoarthritis, fibromyalgia, and post-traumatic stress disorder. So with all those things going on with me, I couldn't walk. From my hips down, no good. I could always use my arms. I could, do things. My hands tended to get the stiffness a little bit, but otherwise, I couldn't walk. I was in a wheelchair when I was 25 for the whole year. There was no way I could use my extremities without crying in pain. What it went through was, I don't want to call it brain fog, but I couldn't think of anything else but the pain that I was going through. So I had 2 kids. What was I going to do? I can't not let those kids see me suffer in pain. They have to know that life goes on and that you can accomplish things. So I've done some things, but back to the marijuana. So I've been using the cannabis, pot, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. What's it, ganja? It's got so many names, but it's beautiful, right? It helps. It's healing, as far as I'm concerned, because it took my mind off of the pain. It relaxed me enough that I could actually focus on something, like make dinner. You don't know how much challenge that dinner can be when you're in pain and all you can focus on is the pain. You can read it in people's faces. Anyway, back to the box. So I get this box once a month, and look at me. I'm not in a wheelchair. I'm standing. I can dance a little bit. Yeah, but if I go out working and stuff, I get stiff right away. Well, not right away. It gives me a couple days. That's what happens. I go out. I love gardening. Well, there's a lot of things I used to love, like the soccer, right? I love playing sports. But my body isn't the same. And you know why it isn't the same? Because I don't treat it the same. So I'm trying to get my mind back on it. But you had to overcome the pain. Marijuana was helping at that time. So, this is how I get my medicine every 4 weeks. And this is a needle that I get. And I have to take it out of the box. And it comes in a styrofoam box. And then I gotta take it out of here. Right? Sometimes it's hard. There we go. And inside, there's ice packs. Why ice packs? You know what? It's just probably part of their policy. They have to ship it this way. It's a bio. It's a bio. I don't want to say chemical. It's not biochemical. It's biological medicine that I've got to take. And see, it's called Simponi. So it comes in a little needle. Okay, it's really cold right now because it was been in the ice packs and stuff. But yeah, so it comes in this here. And you see the clearness in this section here, right? That has to be clear because after the needle's injected by clipping onto this here thing, the needle's going to come out of here into my thigh, and you won't see that clearness anymore. It'll be yellow. And that's what you got to check for at the beginning. So now I can leave this out for half an hour before I take it. If I take it now, I don't know what to tell you about that. Because see, I started taking this 5 years ago. And at first they told me I have to take it at this time. And don't miss it. And it's got to be consistent, right? Well, with COVID, and I had a delayed shipment, it played with my timing of it all. So I decided to experiment and see how far I could go without the medication. And sure enough, I could go maybe a week after, and then it's painful. Like I get my body pains again. So this is what I do, is I warm this up, and in 30 minutes, I can inject myself with it. Now, I asked the pharmacy twice, 2 different people answering me, is how long of a shelf life does this actually have? Because it comes in the container, and they say within 24 hours, if it doesn't get delivered, they got to throw it out. And I'm going, well, it's kind of risky medicine, isn't it? So they told me at the pharmacy that this on the shelf can last 30 days. On the shelf, room temperature. So again, it puzzles me why they got this 24-hour in the ice bucket and then they have to throw it away thing. So if it's refrigerated right away, like right now it's cold, I can go put it in the fridge right now. It'll last me 1 year. I don't know what you're told, but I'd like to hear. Okay, guess I gotta go do this thing.